Good afternoon, everyone. It's Aston. How you're doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Great to have you along on board with me here today. I've been out all day. I went to the cinema today. I went to see Joker 2. Actually was quite disappointed in the film, to be fair. Wasn't what I thought it would be. I'm a big fan, obviously, the Joker, the first one, but the second one wasn't that great. So you know what? Whoever's going to see it, just be sure that it is a musical. I didn't know it was more like a musical than a storyline. I don't want to give any spoilers other than that. But yeah, it wasn't great, if I'm being honest. Guys, before I start, please don't forget to smash a like on the video. And if you're new, subscribe to the video, guys. That'd be absolutely fantastic. You know what? I've been going backwards or forward on some guys on Twitter talking to me about the birds and the bees, about standards and things like that. Do you know what? Supporting your football team, wanting the manager in or out, and standards are not correct. They're not related to each other, by the way. Supporting your football team has nothing to do with standards or wanting the manager in and out. You can want the manager out, but you could still support your football team, if you know what I mean. Some people just don't have it in their head. Most of them are Sancho FC people. They don't quite get it, if you know what I mean. They're not in there quite. It's like a bit empty in between their heads, between their ears, if you know what I mean. So you know what? Supporting your football team has nothing to do with standards or wanting Ten Hag in or out. That will look after itself. Your duty as a fan is to support your football team and look after your own interest, of course, in regards to football, of course, guys. Good afternoon, Stephanie. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Kenny, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you, mate. Big up, Sal. Something of Russia this early is about Ten Hag. He is a reactive manager. No personal agenda against Ten Hag, but we need to accept that the system is implemented and never work. We do accept it, but as we said, we support the football team, mate. That's what we do as Man United fans. Talking to you as a fan of 40 years, I would suggest you do that, Scanny. That is the most important thing you should be implementing right now, is supporting your football team. If Ten Hag gets sacked, he's going to get sacked. He's going to fall on his own sword. We can critique, but you know what? We know what's wrong with the football club, don't we? We know there's many things wrong. It's not just the manager, because at the end of the day, a new manager is going to come in and there will still be issues because the players there are still there. Rashford didn't track back. He didn't do the job he was asked to do. So at the end of the day, he deserved to be substituted if he doesn't do the job that the manager asked him to do. Standards work like that. You know, if you want to get success, the players on the pitch have to go by what you say as a manager, in my opinion. Jim, good evening and good afternoon, sir. How are you doing here? I'm here. Good to see you, Jim. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, legend. That's what you are, a legend. Of course, guys. Acevedo will cook us. Mate, you know what, Kenny? Look, you know what? Forget who's going to cook who. At the end of the day, you're a Man United fan. You got a platform because of Man United, so support your football club, my friend. Otherwise, you won't get any more platforms from me. This guy is so on time, never misses a heartbeat. Thank you, Jim. Absolutely. Thank you so much, my guy. You legend. Big up. That's a compliment. I know, mate, you are a legend, mate. Thank you for complimenting me. Do you know what? It's always good to come on stream and see compliments rather than moaning. I said it this morning. People come on here and moan to me like I'm some sort of like moaning punch bag. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it makes me laugh. At the end of the day, what did you chat with Sal? Don't tell me this. That's rant aside. No. They don't talk to me. They don't talk to me because they know they will get shut down. They'll get shut down. Jim, absolutely, they'll get shut down if they talk to me. They don't want to talk to me because I actually have knowledge about the football club. So they would never go near me in regards to that because I have made them look stupid before, and I will do that again. But that's not what I like doing. But you know what? People do set themselves up for me. Do you know what I mean? Someone said to me today, you know what? You should go and basically give oral pleasure to Eric Ten Hag. And I just basically said, there's no point because, you know, your mother has already done that to me already. So, yeah. These are the types of rant and standards, but those types are low standards. Absolutely, Jim. Absolutely. So yeah. It's no point. And you know what? I can get into dissing. I'm in the hip hop game. So if anyone wants to try and diss me, you know what I would get. It just gets shut down, to be honest with you. My opinion is this, right? If you really want your club to do well, support your club. The manager will look after itself. He's going to be sacked. If he's sacked, so be it. You know what I mean? I don't want him sacked, but you know what? If he's sacked, we support the new manager. That's what it's all about, my friend. That's what it's all about. You know what? Coming on here and talking about he's this, we're going to get cooked. I don't want to hear about getting cooked against any other team. I want to hear about how Man United are going to win this football game. I want constructive criticism. If you're going to use Man United to have a platform, right? right? If you're going to use Man United to have a platform, just be constructive with it and stop using word like cooked or when this and that. This is not how it works at the end of the day. Listen, I'm a real guy. I'll say it as it is. I don't care who you are or anything. I'm a real guy. I will say it as it is. And I appreciate everyone, of course. But you know what? I don't like nonsense. Nonsense, of course, guys. So let's get straight into it, guys. This morning, I forgot to mention, there is a transfer that Man United are after. It is a Turkish player. In regards from Turkey, believe it or not, plays for Benfica right now. So I'm going to give you the story in regards to that news, of course, guys. So basically, here it is. Look, the story is because I missed it this morning. I apologize. It was my fault. Sorry, guys. So this is so basically here we are. So Manchester United, let me just get rid of these comments, actually. Anyway, never mind. Manchester United show interest in Benfica's at Turgoglu. So reports from a French state that Manchester United is highly interested in signing Karim Atakoglu, whose recent performances in Benfica have caught the attention of scouts. Atakoglu has already scored 4 goals and provided 2 assists in 5 matches for Benfica, making him a standout player in the early stages of the season. According to these reports, the Premier League club is preparing to offer approximately 44 million to score Atakoglu transfer. This represents a significant increase from the 13 million Benfica initially paid for him. His versatility and ability to create scoring opportunities have made him one of the most sought-after players. Very interesting indeed. Very, very interesting, guys. What do you think about that? Another Turkish player that we're linked with. Of course, guys. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So it carries on. Manchester United preparing significant offer for 44 million for Berkshire to Karim Atakoglu, following the talented winger's strong performance. Atakoglu's transfer to the Portugal club from Galatasaray for 30 million has quickly made his mark, drawing interest from it. So this, in a number of outlets, they are reporting that this news. So this is good news in regards to that. This is good news. This is happening. Do you know what I mean? Man United are interested in a couple of outlets, reliable outlets. I've reported this, of course, guys. So, what do you make of that? You know what? I'm happy that we are going after different players, of course, guys. I'm really happy in regards to that. I'm happy that we're interested in these players. I'm happy that we're scouting these players. And you know what? Good news is good news at the end of the day. Any news is good news at the end of the day, guys. As we know, of course. Let me just get some. Jim, these types always runs on standards. Those types have low standards. Exactly, Jim. Exactly. This is what I wanted to point out. Do you know, this is what I pointed out to him. I said, listen, yeah, you're talking to me about standards. What are your standards at the end of the day? You don't have any. You don't even know how to support your football club. You're talking about standards. The funniest thing is, and I'm going to say it like this, right? I have no affiliation with anything else than supporting my football club, regardless where the player is from, the color of the player's skin, or regardless. But these people seem to have this type of agenda imprinted into their DNA, and they love hating on the manager, not because of footballing reason. Yeah, there's plenty not to like about Ten Hag, but they're doing it because of other reasons, and they've been doing it for months, which is why I know. Brian, Aston Villa 3-1, a bit like 1995 then, Brian. Are you going for 1995 again? You know what I mean? 3-0 at half time. Do you want that, Brian? I don't know. Brian, I saw the news on a fish shop paper. a fish shop paper. I saw the news on a fish shop paper. What, in regard to Goglu? No, this is actually, I'm in contact with a lot of journalists, and this is actually quite legit news, my friend. Definitely. Just because you don't have the contacts, Brian, don't be dissing. Absolutely. Manchester United really need to improve. As a fan, watching the games has started killing me. They do, Amir. They do. And that is one thing I would say. They do need to improve. And I like that about what you just said, because it is about constructive argument that we do need to improve. Of course, we need to improve. One thing we know is that if we don't improve, we know what's going to happen, don't we? We know that the manager's not going to be there very long, don't we? So at the end of the day, we support the football team, but if we don't get results, he's not going to be there anymore, is he? At the end of the day, and that is just the way the cookie crumbles, of course. What's special in lunch today? For me, I had a very, very nice meal today, by the way, courtesy of my beautiful wife. I had butter chicken with rice. Absolutely beautiful, my friend. I did have some popcorn at the cinema, not sweet popcorn. The salted and cheese popcorn was lovely, and the drink brilliant. So yeah, went to a lovely thing. Had a nice time. Going out, going after, and getting a different matter. Yeah, Brian, we know that obviously. So talk about Brian. My goodness me, have you ever seen What We Do in the Shadows? Do you know that energy sucker? You know that energy sucker who talks just to suck energy. You know what I mean? You're doing that to me right now, Brian. I mean, you're stating the bloody obvious. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But we still report the news, don't we? You know what I mean? If someone is threatening nuclear, someone's threatening to nuke someone, you still report it, isn't it? Doesn't mean he's going to do it, but you still report it, don't you? Jesus, come on, Brian. Rude next, Amir. Yeah, could be, absolutely. Massive meeting. Yeah, we hope so. Wrapping up fish and chips. No fish and chips for me. This is very bad. Ten Hag internal sack talks ongoing, confirms Romano. Yeah, it looks like it's over. And I'm not going to sit here and talk about celebrate it, Amir. You know what? The game tomorrow is very important. It could be his last game at Manchester United. It could be his last game at Man United, isn't it? So you know what? I'm not going to sit here and praise that because I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's nice. I don't think so. At the end of the day, everyone wants a new toy, but you know what? It could go pear-shaped again. You know what I mean? We'd be hearing again. So in regards to Ten Hag, or in or out, or absolutely out about any of our players, we can still agree or disagree. It's about giving opinions in a professional and courteous way. Jim, this is what it's all about. But there are a number of people using Manchester United's platform, a platform for Man United, just to talk, right? We need to have a more complex, constructive argument in regards to that. Do you know what I mean? Complex regards to that. You need to talk. You need to give your opinion, and you need to be constructive as well. You know what? Manchester United is a fantastic club. Yeah, right. Okay, and I supported it. Being from England, I decided to support Man United. That's what I do. People around the world are fantastic. They support our football club. But one thing I would urge everyone is that if you want to support our football club, do your research about our football club. Learn about our football club, as you do, Jim. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm talking about in general. Learn about our football club and just come up with constructive opinions. Don't come out with, you know what, we're going to lose tomorrow. We're going to get cooked. We're going to get cooked, bruv. We're going to get cooked. We're going to lose, bruv. We're going to lose. Listen, we don't want that. So at the end of the day, I believe no matter what, we're going to win the game, regardless of Manchester United. If we don't win the game, not we're going to lose the game, but if we don't win the game, we know what's going to happen, don't we? It is all about what's going to happen in regards to the manager, isn't it? And we know he's going to die on his sword at the end of the day. But I'm not going to stand here and sit here and start telling you about, oh, you know what, we're going to lose. He's going to get cooked. His tactics and Rashford is rubbish and you know what? Everything is multi-layered. Come out with a multi-layered argument rather than just coming out with things that a 5-year-old can come out in regards to that. Enjoy, bro. Chill, relax. GK, big up. Yeah, I am relaxed, mate. I mean, chill, relax. I'm having a fantastic day today. Absolutely. Brilliant day. Greetings, Brian, brother. How are you? Big up, everyone. Of course, Amir, Kobe, Manu, and Ugarte must start. I think they should, Amir. Absolutely. Of course. I had a nice wrap. Lovely, GK. Enjoy it. It is Saturday. Let yourself go a little bit, of course, guys. Absolutely. Good news. Great working. Thank you so much, Amir. You legend. Thank you. Nice show, bro. Thank you, Amir. Nice to have you here, my friend. Nice to have you here. I'm a little bit more positive than this usually, but you know what? I'm just clearing up some things here, right, for some people to digest. All right, Sal. Good afternoon, Michael. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Ten Hag, no idea, and tactical, not good. It's using players who are fit and ready. Ten Hag needs to improve. Ten Hag needs to get results, Amir. And you know what? Tomorrow is a very, very important game in regards to that. If he loses tomorrow, I say it's 80% sure he's going to go. He's going to leave. And does that fill me with joy? No, it doesn't fill with me joy because I know that there are plenty of problems at our football club that are not being addressed. And we're just going after the main guy, of course, you know, which is sad. It's last chance. Yeah, last chance for Amir, Ten Hag. Amir, thank you so much, guys, for your comments. Absolutely. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, it is last chance. So I'm going to go straight into it in regards to the lineups and stuff that I think he should play. This is my lineup, guys. So just to let you know, this is my lineup. And let me get through this. Latest score from Selhurst Park is when Liverpool won, 2 minutes left. Yeah, they got it. They got the goal. That's what we needed to do against Crystal Palace is get that goal, didn't we? We just dominated the game but didn't get the goal. So another thing I wanted to point out and call out, these type also promote bad behavior, causing and swearing to young generation. And that, thank you, Jim. Jim, you're a gentleman. Thank you so much. They have a huge platform. They have a huge platform and they're using it for the wrong reasons. And this is what I don't like. They're just using it to talk crap. And that's it. I wish these guys would just disappear from the fan base, of course, guys. So when I look at this, guys, I'm going to look at the lineups and stuff like that. This is the lineup that I myself would go for tomorrow, guys. I don't know what you think about this, but this is the lineup that I would go for tomorrow. I would play Garnacho. I would play Ericsson as a 10 with Ugarte and Mainu in the middle. I'll play Ahmed on the right, but it is touch and go between Ahmed and Anthony, if I'm being totally honest with you. I'm not totally convinced on Ahmed yet. He's had a couple of bad games recently, so I'm not. So I wouldn't mind anyone if they disagree with that. But yeah, Ugarte and Mainu for me in the midfield. I would try Mazraoui on the left. He has played left back for Bayern Munich. He's played left back for various clubs he's been at. So I would try it because at the moment it's not working with Dalla on the left back position. So I would play Mazraoui on the left, Dalla on the right with Licha and De Ligt in defense. I'm not going to turn on Licha straight away. I'm not going to give up on Licha. I think Licha's a fantastic player and hopefully he can improve. Anana, of course, in goal. What do you make of this team, guys? How do you think this team will fare tomorrow? You know what? It's going to be a tough game. We know it's going to be a tough game. I'm predicting that we're going to squeeze the game by 2-1. I think that we will. I think it will be a surprise win, but for some. But yeah, definitely we're going to win this game in my humblest of opinion, guys. So when we look at the last results for Man United and Aston Villa are in a good run of form. They won 3 out of the last 5 games, guys. 4 out of the last 5 games, guys, with a 2-2 draw against Ipswich. Ipswich caused them a lot of problems. That's what I'm looking at, and that's what I'm referring to, is that Ipswich did cause them a lot of problems. Looking at our results, obviously, our results have been awful since the Barnsley game. 0-0 at Palace, 1-1 with 20, and then losing 3-0 to Spurs, and obviously 3-3 against Porto, of course, guys. So our last 5 games haven't been impressive, and we do need to pick up on that. Last season's result, we had a good result against Aston Villa last season. We won there 2-2 with McTominay and Højlund scoring the goals. It was a difficult game, and some people may think that we were a little bit fortuitous to win that game. I myself don't think so. I think we started the game very well. I think we were dominating the game, and we had a very, very good tactical performance, of course, guys. When you look at the last few results between Manchester United and Aston Villa, Man United generally have the upper hand against Aston Villa. We have lost there in 2022 by 3-1. If you remember, wasn't a great result, bad performance. But other than that, we've been pretty good in regards to that. The last result, of course, winning 2-1 at Villa Park. We won 3-2 the same season, done a double over Aston Villa. We won 1-0 there as well the year before. We won 4-2 in 2022 as well at Old Trafford. And there's that one loss in 2022 at Villa Park. But we did draw 2-2 with them in 2022 as well. So we played them a few times in 2022 in the cup as well. So at the end of the day, you know what? We have a fairly good record against Aston Villa. And I do believe that we should be going out there with confidence and trying to win the game. You know what? Not showing them too much respect. It's important that we don't show them too much respect. It's important that we go out there and really give it large, of course, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big up, big up, big up. Let's have a look. Yep. Amir is yes. I think I read that one. Latest score is for themselves 1-0 to. It's in less minutes now, so they probably win that 1-0. Liverpool, they've held on. Yeah, I've read that one. I think. Big up, Jim. Last game for Everton. I think it will be. It will be if he loses. 1 minute left at Selhurst Park. They're going to win the game, of course. Do you think you see about football? Football's about just winning games, regardless. Even if you win 1-0, it's about getting that result and squeezing the result and getting it and getting the win. That's what it's all about. And you know what? We just needed one goal against Crystal Palace. We couldn't get it, of course. Thanks, I care for the next generation and always try to promote a better way. You're also a great role model for the way you present your channel and your engagement. Top notch, humble. Thank you so much, Jim. I try to be. Do you know what? I'm not one person who likes to go so much on the extreme. I don't like doing that. I try to be more diplomatic and try to be more fair in my argument. I know we get upset. I know we get frustrated during the game, and that happens. But when you repeat yourself over and over and over again all week long with the same nonsense, I have to call it out, because at the end of the day, we're here to win tomorrow. We don't win tomorrow, so be it. He's going to lose his job. But for me, you're not going to see me shouting at the rooftops. I'm not going to shout at the rooftops. People are going to be coming to me. I told you, it bald fraud, peanut head, stuff like that. We're going to get cooked and stuff like that. At the end of the day, that's not me. And I've never been like that, supporting this club for a long time, of course. I'm afraid, ready for another depression week? Not at all. Amir, keep the positivity, my friend. We'll be all right, mate. Whatever happens tomorrow, Amir, whether, you know what, some of you guys want Erik ten Hag out. I know, I feel you. But at the end of the day, you know what? It's going to be a good day if we win. It's going to be a good day if we lose, because you will get your way, won't you? Won't you? You know, it probably won't be a last match I'm at. Yeah, I think I read that one. Absolutely. 6 at a time. Bloody hell, 6 minutes, Michael. My goodness me. Can Crystal Palace get an equaliser? Can they do it? Absolutely hope. Absolutely. Come on, people, encourage and press the likes and subscribe. Stretford Post, thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe and like the channel, guys. It is very, very important that you guys like the channel as well. What I felt was really rather funny recently when you look at it. I know a couple of these guys I have spoken to in the past, but I want to show you this, right? Gary Neville was talking about Manchester United in general, and I gave my opinion on it. I retweeted it, and I said Gary Neville's absolutely spot on. Jamie Carragher retweeted what I said, and of course, which was rather strange, because Gary Neville was basically talking about supporting the manager, right? And are we going to go into the realms of deja vu and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know what? I found it rather surprising that Carragher retweeted that, because he's anti-Ten Hag, of course, as we all know. So him retweeting my tweet, of course, you know what? There you go. You know, is rather surprising. And you know what Gary Neville said there was kind of true. And you know, and I feel like, you know, I had to give praise where it was due. And Carragher retweeting that, fair play. He retweeted that. Not the first time I've been retweeted by him, but you know what? You know, when you make noise, don't you? At the end of the day, and the first time I've been retweeted by him. So you know what? It shows you that, you know, we are speaking some element of truth. Some people may say that Carragher, you know, I mean, it is Erik Carragher, he's a Scouser and blah blah blah. But you know what? Gary Neville made a very valid point there. Have a look at it on my Twitter, and you'll know what I mean, guys. Absolutely, guys. Last match on the manager. Yeah, let me know when the game ends, Michael, if you can. Come on, people, I encourage you to press the lights. Thank you so much, Jim, as usual. Erik ten Hag's last match, rejoice. We're not going to rejoice. Amir. We don't do that, Man United. We don't, Amir. I don't know if they do that where you're from. We don't do that here. We don't celebrate people being sacked. It's not what we're about, my friend. We don't rejoice. We don't celebrate. We don't do things like that. It's disappointing. And why it's disappointing? Because we're going to go back, you know, and we're going to have to go back from the process day one. People losing their jobs, it's not what we're about. We're not about celebrating. I mean, I just use that as an example, right? As a Man United fan, nearly 40 years, I'll use that as an example to you, to be an example. Yeah, as a Man United fan, we are classy. As Man United fans, we are classy. We need to be classier, of course, guys. Just remember that. Oh my God, Sal, working a weekend as well. I work every weekend. I haven't missed a show since I started in June. The live content, of course. I haven't stopped, guys. You know what? I do need a break. Maybe one of you can host my show next time. Absolutely, bath time. In a hypothetical world, would you take Slot if Everton? No. Let him achieve something. Let him win a couple of trophies. I might. He's managed Liverpool now, so he's blackballed himself, hasn't he? I don't mind Carragher anymore. I think he has fantastic analysis. He's all right. Can you see it, Bruno? 3 reds in a row. If it is, I don't want to ever see him play for Man United again. Yorkshire Cowboy. I don't want to ever see him play for Man United again if that is the case, my friend. Absolutely not. You know what? He should know better, especially with the warning on the weekend. He did end up doing it again, for goodness sake, you know. Absolutely. Barton, yeah, we should arrest Bruno. He's only 1 red card away from a ban. Let him get banned then. I think he does need a rest. Bath time, absolutely. Didn't you celebrate when Oli got sacked? No, Asmin, I did never celebrate when Oli got sacked, actually. I had my opinion on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I didn't rate Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a manager, but at the end of the day, I still supported my football team, and I never want my football team to lose, regardless. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been proven to be tactically inept, and he is. And whether Ten Hag is tactically inept, that's another story. I'm not saying he's tactically astute either, am I? At the end of the day, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was out of his depth, and I did not celebrate. I mean, as much as you want to bring that into the conversation, it's not valid, my friend. Please go and do your research. I didn't celebrate when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got sacked. No. And me, as a fan of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer from the 90s, way back, I went to the Champions League final. I was behind the goal when he scored the winning goal. I have a lot of love for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, legitimately, right? And he wasn't good enough for Man United, and that is an absolute fact. And to this day, he's not good enough for Man United. Is Erik ten Hag good enough for Man United? Probably not. And you know what? He's not proving it right now, is he? But what you would say about Erik ten Hag, he's won 2 trophies. And you're basically rated, you're basically judged on what trophies you win. I mean, big respect to you, but avoid, unfortunately, my friend. Absolutely. Erik ten Hag gets sacked because of our players' scrappy attitude. Nothing changes. It's part of the multi-layered problems that we have, Yorkshire, and people tend to like to ignore that, of course. And you know what? If the players are not implementing the tactics properly, do you know what I mean? What can we do? You know, at the end of the day, what can a manager do? You know, the manager ultimately gets blamed for everything, doesn't he? But you know what? We know as Man United fans, we know what's going on. We know that these same players have done the same rubbish for a long time, of course, guys. Did you ever consider FC United when the Glazers came? Nah, I didn't. No. My opinion is that I support Man United, and why am I going to leave Man United? I will just protest against the Glazers until they're gone. At the end of the day, I'm not going to. I backed their scheme, and I wasn't against it in regards to FC United. But you know, I'm a Man United fan, and I love my football club. And you know what? It's hard to stop that, isn't it? You know. Great performance by Liverpool. Did they win 1-0, Rodney? Did they win 1-0? 13 for 11, the lads did well. 13 v 11, the lads did well. What's that? 13 v 11. What was that, mate? What's 13 v 11? Hello, good afternoon, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to have you back on the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. The nature of Liverpool wins suggests it's their season. Oh my goodness, I mean, are you really going to come in here and say it's Liverpool's season? You may be right. But you know what? It doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, does it? It does hurt, of course, guys. Absolutely. There is no joy in celebrating managers sacking. It's sick, and those that do not love Man United have zero. They love their opinion. That's what it is. No point even entertaining a so-called Man United fan who celebrates when managers get sacked and posts pictures on their Twitter and stuff like that. It doesn't fill me with confidence in regards to their legitimacy as a Manchester United fan, of course. Basically zero, isn't it? Basically zero. Bottom of the barrel fan. Bottom of the barrel, of course. Palace were at home, so they had the crowd, obviously, but the referee was a disgrace. It's about, well, you know what? We should have beaten Crystal Palace. Was it 1-0, Lord Rodney? Was it 1-0? Yeah, we should have beaten them. We dominated that game, should have scored, but we didn't score the goal. And that's what happens, of course. The penalty for Palace turned down. My goodness me. Not surprised. The Arsenal lineup is a risk and a bold one by Arteta. Bold one. Bold one with an O, my friend. Bold one, because I thought you were going to talk in the realms of bold fraud and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, bold choice from Arteta. A referee is not even trying to hide the corruption. There's a lot of corruption that goes on in the Premier League. We know there is, especially against Man United. We're the most hated team in the Premier League, and we know it. Every decision goes against us. Sal, I'm upset Liverpool 1-0. You know what I mean? Erik ten Hag had a good first season. You know what? At the end of the day, we'll have to wait and see, of course, guys. In the EFL Championship, latest score, Burnley 0, Preston 0, Norwich 4, Hull City 0. Thank you so much, Michael. Very, very appreciate that. You could be my new video printer. Why don't you be my score guy on the chat? Why don't you be my score guy, and you can get all the scores. When I watch the Aston Villa game tomorrow, you should be my score guy. You should be my video printer. Big up, Michael. Villa won once at Villa Park against us on 1 out of 25 times, Zaid. You know what? Let's hope it stays that way, of course, guys. Ahmed, I'm just upset with our club. That's why getting Ten Hag in is sorry, bro. No, that's all right. I'm not talking about you in general. I'm talking about, embrace. Rejoice is not the right word to use in regards to that. I have nothing but love and respect for you. It's not a problem. But what I would say is that, you know what, it is annoying, I'm not a Ten Hag inner, by the way. I'm a Manchester United inner. That's what I do. So I implement my Manchester United support. And I want Man United to win all the time. If that is with any manager, so be it. But I'm not completely exclusive to Eric Ten Hag. I'm not that guy. Do you know what I mean? As much as people want to think. People don't understand the correlation, right, between supporting your football club and wanting the manager in or wanting the manager out. There's nothing to do with standards, supporting your football club, manager in, manager out. There's completely separate. That is completely separate there, of course. Lord Rodney Trotter, first half, Liverpool 8% possession and 9 fouls against them, and Palace made no fouls. That's not even possible without corruption. Mate, we all know that what's going on. We know that something sinister is going on, my friend. We do know that it is not legit. This Premier League, there is a lot of crap that goes on within this Premier League, isn't there? There is much more sinister things going on than we can even comprehend, guys. Wheeler saying that Ten Hag's job's on the line, regardless of the Villa game. Side, yep, it is. I would say it is. It is, yeah. And by the international break, there could be some developments in regards to that. You know, we'll have to wait and see. Watch this space, of course. Halftime, is the current team less inspiring than the LGV Christmas period? Is worse, I think, is worse right now. The results we're getting, you know what, is terrible. The results we're getting at the end of the day. But don't get it twisted. The Van Gaal days, I was at Old Trafford in them times, and people were leaving the stadium early. It was awful. It was awful, my friend. It was boring bath time. Boring. Also said Southgate isn't anonymously liked by anyone else. He's not anonymously liked because they've realised the fan reaction to Southgate. They realised that the fans don't like Southgate, which is good on them because they have noticed. If all the big wigs are flying in, I'm afraid the result won't matter. He's done. Bath time, you could be right, my friend. You could be right. It could be all over. But one thing I would say, if they've already made that decision, they should have made that decision before the Porto game. If they've already made that decision, they should have done it a long time ago. If they've already made the decision, they should have done it before the Porto game, in my opinion. Or Thursday or Friday. We would have got a new manager bounce then, wouldn't we? Thoughts on Radcliffe dodging the Ten Hag question yesterday? He didn't really dodge it. He just said that it's not his problem, didn't he? He said it's he said that he's not responsible, which is a fact, isn't it? It is Wilcox, it is Barada, it is Ashford, of course, and it is what's his name? Not Barada, Wilcox, Brailsford. Those three are the ones that, of course, are responsible for the manager being sacked, of course, guys. Which, you know, he said. I don't believe that myself. I don't. I do believe Jim does have something with it. Got you points, sir. Big up, Amin. Big up, Amin. Thank you so much for joining the stream. No, much love to you. Yeah, you know what? Lots of things are going to develop this thing. This thing's going to develop a lot over the next couple of days. Zaid, Carrera, greetings, brother. Greetings, everyone. Of course. Love, love. Big up, everyone. Half time. Good day, mate. Good day, Struth, mate. Good day. Big up, everyone. Lord, big up, of course. Thoughts on everyone on the board flying after the video? You know what? Let's have to wait and see. We don't know what that's about. One thing I know is that Eric Ten Hag knows what's going on. Rodney Trotter, big up, brother. Rodney, Shah, I don't like Ten Hag hairstyle, and he doesn't have a hairstyle. Shah, and what was Alex Ferguson's playing style? Shah, I bet you don't know. I think they weren't going to sack him after the Spurs game because they need to get the go ahead from Joe Glazer. Could be a point, Zaid. Could be a point. Good point. It could be. Although it is typically Glazer-esque, isn't it? The way it's being done and the way it's disrespectful, in my opinion. I don't think sacking a manager after the Villa game is going to be nice, especially if he does go and win the game. Of course, if he wins the game, it's going to be awful, isn't it? That's just like they did with Van Gaal. I thought it was classless the way they sacked Van Gaal. What do you think about the way they sacked Van Gaal? It was a little bit classless, wasn't it? Big up, Lord Trotter. How you doing? Thank you so much, mate. Big up yourself as well. Good day, Jim. Absolutely, absolutely. Did you see the finances in United? They pay $969 interest fees for the Glazers? Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Big problem is Man United. This is why I wanted a full sale. You know, to get rid of those leeches, which are still at our football club, unfortunately. I mean, good email, good evening. From Australia, Kangaroo Land, and where on country are you from? Big up, of course. Depth down to 550 after Ratcliffe's 250 mil injection. Big up Jim Ratcliffe for that, by the way. The one thing I would say is that I would have preferred a full sale and clear the debt and Glazers out. That would have been absolutely perfect because then we would have had a clean slate, of course, guys. It would have been much better, of course, as we know. You know, it couldn't get much worse than now, could it? We won't be serious till the Glazers are gone. Zaid, love it, mate. Absolutely, we won't. And this is why I wanted the Glazers out. Whether that was Apple, whether that was Amazon, whoever it was, I wanted the Glazers out, guys. And you know what? Unfortunately, we didn't get our way, so we're going to have to make do with what we got. Hopefully, one day the Glazers will be bought out. They will be purchased out. Hopefully, one day. We pray. We pray. Did you want Qatar? I wanted anyone who wanted to buy the club fully. That's what I wanted. No matter who it was, if it was Ineos buying the club fully, I would have wanted that. But they didn't want to do that. Oh, well, they weren't allowed to do that, we should say. But apparently they couldn't afford it. I wanted Qatar. Yes, I did. Of course, I wanted Qatar because Qatar build things. Qatar make things happen. They would have cleared the debt. They would have got rid of the Glazers, and that's enough for me. All this business about human rights and that is an absolute myth. It's a lie, as you can see in the Middle East, the lies that go on in the Middle East right now, right? And we can prove that, you know. And at the end of the day, they made a propaganda against Qatar ever since the World Cup and stuff. Look, I've been living in the UAE for 2 years now. Okay, and you know what? I've never felt more safe. I never felt more comfortable. I never felt more at home, even though I'm English. Allison is injured. Oh well. Bad for them. Sanjay, bad for them. But I absolutely didn't want the state getting the hands on us. Why not? Because at the end of the day, we're run by Zionists right now, so they're not very much better, are they, mate? At the end of the day, and we got people invest in bad things. Billionaires are billionaires at the end of the day, regardless what your feelings are about states. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. That's just a name. Billionaires will be billionaires. Billionaires are always going to be bad, of course, guys. So you know what? If you don't agree with state ownership, you know what? You need to look at Jim Ratcliffe. He's doing a lot bad. He's done a lot worse in the past than Qatar. Absolutely. Anyone but the Glazers? Absolutely, David. Me too. Anyone but the Glazers? Me too, my friend. Absolutely. Zayed, yeah, they weren't allowed to buy us the Glazers shares because they stopped market people wanted to sue. Yeah. The Glazers need to be gone, though, definitely. Sal, the Glazers are fraud. The Glazers out. Absolutely. The Glazers they shouldn't be at the football club. They shouldn't be at the football club anymore. Yeah, he took a knock to his hamstring, Sanjay. Oh, well, they got a goalkeeper, though, isn't it? They got the other goalkeeper because I don't want Manchester United to be used as propaganda and sports washing. I can twist that bath time in regards to Jim Ratcliffe, but I'm not going to do that. It's going to go into a whole new thing that is going to be very complicated. But Jim Ratcliffe's hypocrisy, if they're bringing that up, it's hypocrisy. At the end of the day, it's just Islamophobia bath time. That's all it is. That's all it is. You think that these billionaires are innocent? You think that they don't invest in these countries and stuff like that? You know, England has more investments, and so does Jim Ratcliffe in the Middle East than bloody probably Qatar itself. Yeah, the Qataris who were hated on the LGBT and human rights, etc. But American World Cup coming soon, so they won't be saying exactly, Zayed. Exactly. This is the whole thing. You know what? If you're going to bring in things like that, let's bring in the human rights side. I never see people mentioning, you know what, human rights. What's going on in America right now? And the poverty. There's more poverty in America. People living on the streets than Qatar. You know, and you know what? It's hypocrisy, mate. I don't want to hear it, to be honest with you. Referee didn't ref the game, didn't protect the players. It's some sinister minister. You know what? There's a lot going on, Lord Rodney. There's a lot going on in regards to that, and it's not sweet. It's not nice at all. If we knew the truth, it would be a civil war, wouldn't it? At the end of the day, yeah. Ineos are a petrochemical and oil gas company. It's just because they're British, they turn the blind eye. Exactly, and they pollute the world, and they make the world into a disgusting place. Of course, as you know, bath time. Read that for a petrochemical and oil gas company. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Giles came in and did well, and Kelly got injured as well. Well. Ineos are using us for sports washing through no one knew Ineos until they got involved with United. Absolutely. That is a propaganda. Don't fall for that propaganda. That is just propaganda. Listen, right? I'm English. And Jim Ratcliffe is dodgy as F. He's dodgy as F. So let's not bring that into it. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it was nothing to do with that. That is just a bunch of Islamophobic media propaganda like they do in the Middle East. At the end of the day, people are getting murdered right now, right in front of our eyes, but no one is turning a blind eye to it, isn't it? They're blatantly doing it right in front of your eyes. And who's calling it out? Who's calling it out? Nobody. Absolutely. The Tata, what if the Glazers were Russian or any other nationality other than American? Would they have their treaties? No, absolutely not. Mandu Tuta, they probably would have had a criminal record by now. Probably. I would say. Bath time. That's fair enough. So my point is, if the state on United, whatever country, it doesn't matter. We become a political too. So I don't want any state or nation to control us. I don't want any billionaires to control us. My preferred option was club owned, people fan owned. I would love a fan to own Man United, but billionaires are just the same. They're all on that island, ain't they? Doing their thing, ain't they? So at the end of the day, you can have a state owned, or you can have a bunch of N's. You know what I mean? With non. It starts with absolutely. He's tax dodging, immigrant hating, etc. But no one talks about that. Exactly, bath time. There you go. Exactly. Tomorrow is Judgment Day for Erik ten Hag. Absolutely, Mad Advance said it is indeed. It is a Judgment Day, of course, tomorrow. 51% like they do in Germany. Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, look, do you know what I'm saying in regards to this? Is like they're acting like these separate entities of Qatar are states. They're people at the end of the day. They're just billionaires in that country. Do you know what I mean? They're just it's silly. Manatuta, how would your life be without Man United, or let's say without football? Okay, it'd be okay. One thing I would say, Manatuta, is Man United have taught me a lot. Man United have taught me a lot about never giving in regards, especially when under Sir Alex Ferguson. It taught me a lot about discipline. They taught me a lot about never giving in. They taught me a lot about what is needed to win and what is needed to believe. They taught me that growing up as a Man United fan. I probably wouldn't understand that if I didn't support Man United. I probably wouldn't understand the importance of sport as well, and keeping healthy and keeping fit. Man United taught me a lot in my life, absolutely. So if I didn't watch football, I personally believe Man United choose you. You don't choose Man United. They choose you. That's what I personally believe, in my opinion. Sal, we have a lot of poverty in Australia too, where you see a lot of people sleeping on the street footsteps. People can't afford to buy houses, let alone pay rent. Hard times in Australia, cost of living. Jim, there's people who've been fighting in Afghanistan that I've interviewed for my channel, right? And they're living on the street and not allowed benefits, mate. So in England, there's nobody to talk. Nobody to talk. At least in the UAE, in Qatar, in Kuwait, in all these places, they know how to look after their people, right? In England, I'm sorry, they don't. And I'm English. Zaid, remember when the Glazers promised Class B? Yeah, right. Class B shares. I believe that Radcliffe has close ties to British government, though he's government funding for his project in Belgium. And he's government funding for the stadium. Isn't that government owned? Is that state-owned stadium? Isn't it? Without football, there's no soul. I don't trust any man who doesn't like football. I really like to but I feel his time is up. Me too, Ray. You know what? Tomorrow is a very telling day, Ray. And you know what? We'll have to wait and see. You know, I really hope it works out for him. But you know what? He's going to get a big payoff. But one thing we should do, Ray, is we should support our football club. That's what we should do at the end of the day, my friend. Greetings, Man Latuta. Nice to see you, bud. Big up, Jim. Big up, Man Latuta, of course. What do you think of Man United supporters trust? Think they'll sell the club? To be honest, sell out. I think there's mate. You know what? A lot of the fans are very, very fickle in regards to that. You know, they believe anything they heard. They're naive, some of them. You know, and I wouldn't say anything Man United football supporters trust, but you know what? I just find it all hypocrisy. A lot of it, you know, a lot of it is hypocrisy, but. You know what? They represent the football club. A lot of them represent the football club without, you know, actually representing, if you know what I mean. And they're run by people who are not really knowledgeable about the world in regards to that, you know. But I won't say too much about them. Good luck to them. Jim Watkins, you were missed at the Jordanians watch along. Must be essentially a ticket mafia. It's in my mind. When you come out of Old Trafford, right? When you go to Manchester, you go to when you just get out of the stadium, right? There's a bunch of people there, Man United fans, doing this. Tickets. They're all crooks, mate. They're all bloody crooks. They're all bloody crooks themselves. I don't know what they're bloody talking about. No, you know what? I'm gonna end up brushing my hair the wrong way. Am I brushing my hair the wrong? I'm brushing it the wrong way. My goodness me, it's messed up my whole hair. No. My God. Man United, you lost me, bro. I don't know what you're on about. No, the Jordanians watch along. I don't know either, mate. I'm completely baffed. Big up. You think he drops Martinez tomorrow? I wouldn't be surprised, Zaid. I wouldn't be surprised. Do you think he deserves to be dropped? Is my opinion to you. Do you think he deserves to be dropped? He hasn't played well, but I like a left footer in the defense, because playing a right footer is going to be worse, isn't it? You know, so yeah, I like a left footer in defense. The biggest problem we're having, Zaid, is not Martinez. It's Dalot. It's the problem. He's creating the chaos in the defense right now. He's creating. Martinez being turning like this isn't a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. It's because of the left back, in my opinion. You think he plays Gartito or Casemiro? I think he's going to play Ugarte tomorrow. I really do. I hope so. Please smash a like button. Thank you so much, Sanjay, you legend. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and smash a like on the video, you legends. Thank you. Interested to see on whether he plays Mainu or Ericsson. I go with Ericsson personally. Would you, Zaid? I want to go back to this, guys, who haven't seen it. I want to go back to my team, if I may. If you be as kind to have a look. If you have a look at this, this is my team for tomorrow. What do you think about that midfield? Because I would play Ericsson as a number 10. I would play Ericsson number 10 with Ugarte and Mainu in the midfield. And what's good about this formation is that Ericsson can drift back into the middle of the park. So you end up having a free in the midfield, like that. So it is more versatile, in my opinion. What do you make of that, guys? Do you like that formation? Do you like it? I feel like it's more versatile. I think Bruno does need a rest, if I'm being totally frank with you guys. No dissing to Bruno, of course, but I do think he needs a rest, if I'm being totally frank with you peeps, obviously. Of course, Ugarte Amadou Onana is going to be in it. Onana's brilliant, bath time. I have to admit, he's a fantastic player. I did want him in the summer, but obviously we weren't interested. They used to do the outside movie theaters on India, selling tickets on the black market. Charkadus, meaning 4 for 5 for 2. Yeah, they do that at Man United as well. From so-called Man United fans who have season tickets, they use their season tickets for profits. You know what? If people don't think there's sinister things going on at Old Trafford, you'd be mistaken. Lots of things happen every single day, and part of them are in the Manchester Supporting Club. You should still have Fernandes and Pelestri there. Yeah. I think Fernandes definitely, Lord Rodney. Fernandes didn't get his chance. He's brilliant. No way he doesn't play Bruno. I know, Zaid, but that's my formation. That's what I would pick. But he's definitely going to pick Bruno 100%. Yeah. I think he plays Rashford too. I think so as well, Zaid. I agree again. I agree. It's just my opinion, what I would pick. Something along those lines. But I think the midfield cannot cope with the strength, power, and running. That's why I would put the midfield with the 3 bath time. I would put the 3 in the midfield. That's why I would do that, because of that particular issue. They are very, very powerful. They absolutely done fantastic against Bayern Munich the other night. Unbelievable. And you know what? We need to keep guard tomorrow. Absolutely. Otherwise, it could be embarrassing. Of course, there's a well-known pundit on social media that was deep into a ticket fraud scheme. Yes, I know him. Yeah. He blocked me. Bath time. Because I got hold of him. He's rubbish and he's scamming. You think Euro starts when he comes? I think he can. I think he might play left-sided centre-back. I do, Zaid. I actually do. I think he will play left-sided centre-back myself. McGinn is injured. Might help us. Yeah, might do. But you know what? Emery's such a tactician. He's such a brilliant tactician. He probably will find out a way to combat that. So I don't disagree with what you're saying. Some countries have extreme, much tougher. No doubt. Oh, yeah. Australia is a touch better off, but some poverty levels, homelessness, and cost of living. And this is the problem, Jim, because our countries, so to speak, should know better, shouldn't they? They're rich countries, isn't it? So they should know better than to have poor people on the street, especially Australian citizens and British citizens who fought for the country and things like that. It's sad, in my opinion. Tillman is slow and I can't run well. Still make him look fast tomorrow. We probably will. He's still a decent player, isn't it? It's Emery. He's such a good tactician, as I said. Pelestri is a low wages and he grants. He's a tidy player with good dribbling, good ball control, good passing. And Fernandes was brilliant left-sided. I agree, Lord Rodney. I mean, there's a number of players there I wouldn't have sold, including Kovar, the goalkeeper, as we remember. He was a very good goalkeeper. I don't know why we got rid of him and got Onana. Kovar won the league, obviously, with Bayer Leverkusen, didn't he? You know, I don't know why we got rid of him, to be honest, guys. I really don't. I'm scared of Ollie Watkins. Not scared. Am I back? Am I back, guys? Hopefully I am. Hopefully it will be okay. Hopefully it will be okay. Yep, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Yep. When Garnacho needed a rest, you bring in Pelestri. I agree, Rodney, but he's no longer with us, unfortunately. We got Anthony, haven't we? We got Anthony, and we could play Rashford on the right as well. So would you take a point at Villa Park? No, right now, no. I think we should win all the time. I would be disappointed with a point, but if depending how the game goes, I would take a point if the game goes badly. How the common narrative thinks about the game. If the common narrative is correct, I'll take a point. But with my heart of hearts, I want to win the game. Yeah, Tellmans was rejected by everyone now. Emery makes him look quality. Emery's fantastic. He's a great good man. He's my number one choice right now. I'm telling you, it's mad, isn't it? Anthony, don't get me started. It's only a suggestion, Lord of Rodney Trotter. It's only a suggestion. Anthony is a left back. It's so obvious. He won't play there though. He'd do that face, wouldn't he? He'd do that face, wouldn't he? If we tried to play him there, he weren't happy last time we tried to put him in defence, was he? He was absolutely devastated when we tried to play him in defence, of course, guys. So, but he deserves a chance, doesn't he? He does work hard. You can give him that. He does work hard, doesn't he? He does work hard, definitely. Yeah. I don't know why he's so against it. I don't know. He's so left-footed. I know, but you know what? It's discipline, isn't it? In regards to the fullback positions, you need discipline. You need to track back. You need to go forward. You need to track back. Is he that disciplined to do that for 90 minutes? Is his positional sense good? Can he catch players offside? Is he good at that? You know, it's multi-layered, of course, Zaid. Did Eric Ten Hag pre-match talk today? I think it is today. Yeah, I think it is today. Unless he does it behind closed doors. He does sometimes. Can you imagine Anthony trying to win a headers at the back post? My goodness me. He'll be doing that. Sal, ask Manu Tata, who is the Jordanian guy he talked about? Manu Tata, who is the Jordanian guy you're talking about? I want to know. I'm very interested. Maybe you got the wrong person, Manu Tata. Seems difficult if we win. It seems difficult. You know, what will happen if we win? That's one thing. Yeah, I think it was a pre-recorded post at Porto. Yeah, I think so as well. I don't think he's gonna be doing one. Maybe it's too late now. I think he's got the game tomorrow. Yeah, training today as well. Jim Rockins, I guess he was talking about Hussam. Hussam. Hussam is Jordanian. I didn't know that. He's a Liverpool fan, isn't he? Was you on Hussam's channel, Jim? Yeah, Hussam is a very, very loud guy, of course. Big support of Liverpool, of course, guys. Game's about to kick off. Of course, 6 o'clock is the games in England. Of course, Man United are not playing today. They're playing tomorrow at 5 o'clock, guys. Tomorrow, English time. No, my time is 5 o'clock. English time is 2 p.m. I'll be doing a watch along at 4:30 p.m., guys, for you guys. If we lose, the journos are wishing to pounce in the presser. Yeah. I don't think he'll survive, side, if we lose the game, if I'm being totally honest, bro. With Eric Ten Hag's comments about Rashford coming off to rotation, has Eric Ten Hag backed himself into a corner? I must start Rashford. Good point, bath time. Good point. You know what? He does it to himself, doesn't he? Sometimes he does it to himself. I think he should just pick the team that he feels is best and he feels that can win the football match. And then we can't complain. I hope Rashford has a good game if he plays. Yeah, very loud and very anti-Man United. Yeah, because, you know what I mean, he's a Liverpool fan. Every Liverpool fan is anti-Man United at the end of the day. They always have been. They've won one title since 1990. So at the end of the day, I would be very loud and bitter if I was a Liverpool fan winning one title since 1990, 34 years ago. I would be very bitter as well. They need to stick to their shipping. 2 weeks is more than enough to get a replacement. No interim nonsense for me. So I agree with you. But will they get a interim manager? This is the thing. You know what? It doesn't work, does it? But the problem with interim managers, and this is the biggest problem I have, is that you get a new manager bounce, don't you? And you get that new manager bounce because it's a new manager. But when it starts to die down and when reality strikes in, if you've already given that interim manager a contract like we did with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it leaves you wide open, doesn't it? I mean, and you're stuck with that manager for 2-3 years, which is a mistake. We have to get this right. We have to get this right. None of us are getting any younger. Of course, sometimes, Sal. Sometimes what? All the time, yeah. All the time. Did you have a Maguire in your team, Sal? No. Did you have? No, mate. I'll give you it again. It's really interesting, but I do have Licha in the team. I'll give it one more chance to impress. I think we need a left footer in there. I think Mazraoui as a left back would do better than Dalot. Dalot has not impressed me on that left back position, so I wouldn't play Maguire. But I wouldn't be opposed to Maguire. But Maguire's not left-footed. He's not left-footed. Imagine a right footer in the left back, centre back position called Maguire. Oh my God. Oh my goodness me. If anything, we'll replace De Ligt with Maguire, but I think De Ligt did okay, to be fair. I wouldn't criticise De Ligt too much. Of course. Yeah, it seems sure Aston Villa win. I hope not. I hope not, GK, but it could be. So I think Eric Ten Hag scores an own goal every time. He does. He puts a lot more pressure on himself, like the Mason Mount signing. Every one of us and his dog knew that we shouldn't have signed Mason Mount. Everyone knew we shouldn't have signed Mason Mount, and we did. 50 million. You know. Enos seems to have it move slow. There's not much negotiate about transfer budgets, backroom staff, etc. I think it'd take ages. They are slow. They do walking pace. As Jim Ratcliffe said, I rather walk to the right decision than run to the wrong decision, as he said. Remember that? Now, Zayed, Hoyland scored 2-2 against Villa. Yeah, 2-1 we won last season. Hoyland scored. Sir Husham is another one I don't like. I've checked their channels, but I'm chilled, no interest in them when I have a great friend, you and everyone here, and a few other good YouTube channels. Yeah, and Sky Sports give these guys a voice. You know what I mean? Mad. If we play like we did against, it's like Sky Sports like the sensationalism and the loudmouth idiots. If we play like we did against Porto, we'll lose. Villa aren't open. Yeah, we will. We will. Ciao. Our recent record versus Liverpool are disgrace, unacceptable. Against Liverpool, absolutely, Chow. It is unacceptable and a disgrace. And that's not only under Eric Ten Hag. That's under all the managers for the last 10 years. We've been awful against Liverpool, and they're our greatest rivals. 2-2 games against Villa. 2-2 games. Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, let's hope for 3-3. Yeah, Sky Sport blaming James Cooper was weird to me. Good reporter. He is a good reporter. I don't know what Sky Sports are on. What are they on, guys? What are they on? At the end of the day, they're losing the battle of fan channels versus commercial media. So they're trying to get these loudmouths on their channel to try and get more viewers because their viewers are decreasing, of course. So they're trying to get these guys in to get more viewers, of course, guys, as we know. Crazy, isn't it? When you think about it, it's crazy, really. It is crazy. The way Sky Sports are operating these days, wearing trainers now, trousers, trying to look trendy. Do you know what I mean? Trying to look like us, basically, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they have fallen badly, Sky. Absolutely, Zayed. Really badly. I wouldn't pay the money for it if I'm being honest. Look, I paid $20 in a UAE for every single game, guys. Every single game. Holland, England, Turkey, Scotland, Portugal, Spain, Italy. $20. That would be over £200 in England for that. Madness, isn't it? I don't know. I think the Overlap podcast smashes on anything on YouTube because it's run by Sky, Bath Time. It's run by Sky, and they have the ex-pros on it. But my opinion on them is because they've got a bunch of fan channels on there, like peasants. Please give me an opinion. Please give me opinion. Let me have my opinion. Please, Lord Carragher, Lord Scholes, Lord Gary Neville. Please give me opinion. I deserve an opinion too. I'm just, please, sir, give me more. It's like a twist. Please, sir, give me more. Please, sir, give me more. That's what they do. At the end of the day, Sky Sports get a bunch of ex-pros. They make their show on YouTube. They copy all of us guys who've been doing this for years and years and years. And then they put money into it. They pump Sky money into it, which is your money. At the end of the day, and then they advertise it. It's basically Sky Sports. I think it's rubbish because their opinions are dead. Their opinions are rubbish. Their opinions are so typical. They feed into the narrative for Sky Sports, which is against Man United. So yeah, loud maths, all right. Too much gas out of their arse. Absolutely, both ends, mate. Absolutely. 20. It's around 20-34 a month for the Premier League here. But you don't get Saturday football in England, do you? You don't get free PPM kickoffs. You don't get every single league in the country, every single league in the world. You know, we get every league, you know. It's madness when you think about it. You can just type in, I want to watch that game, and you get to watch it. Have you ever done a stream with Tafers? 3 times, Chow. 3 times. 3 times. Yeah. Big up, Terry, by the way. He's from the same neck of the woods as me. He's from East London, Leighton, same as me. He's from Leighton, the same as me. Yeah, the Overlap is a fan content hosted by Gary Neville. They can afford to get legends. And these legends, they don't watch as much football as us. Right? These legends, they don't consume as much football as us. We consume more football than them. They don't. You think they watch football? You think they watch Man United on a Saturday afternoon? Apart from Gary Neville, who's forced to because it's his job. You think Scholesy and all them sit there watching football? Nah. We consume more football than them. Terry is an Arsenal fan. He's always been an Arsenal fan, Zaid. Absolutely. He has always been an Arsenal fan. He uses Man United because, you know what? It gets followers, it gets likes. And you know what? There was already AFCV. So he decided to do a Man United one. You know, he shows too much love to Arsenal to be a Man United fan. Because if you are a Man United fan for as long as I've been, you respect Arsenal. but you don't celebrate Arsenal like that. You don't. You can say, yeah, they're good. You know what? They do well. They got a good style of play, but you don't go at your way on Twitter, X, and start bigging them up and like you're a fan. You don't do that as a Man United fan. That's just my opinion at the end. I have nothing against him. If he is one, fair play to him at the end of the day, but don't pretend to be a United fan. That's one thing I would say about that. And you know what? That's my opinion on that. And I'm sure he respects that. Yeah, he does too. He does. Too much to be a Man United fan. He loves them too much. I've said it to him already, and he laughed. Sal, sometimes I see Flex on Sky. What's your opinion on him? He seems all right. Flex is all right. Flex is all right. Oh, goodness me. Flex is all right. But another one, you know, who I don't mind, actually. I've met him once, by the way. I met him once. He's a decent dude. One thing I tell Flex, though, Flex, right? When we went to the football trials, United Stand football trials. You remember, Flex? I was there when we were at the football trials for United Stand. Mate, you owe me one for putting me in goal, mate. I'm a baller. I should have been up front. I should have been in midfield. I should have been on the wing. I should have even been on defense. But you put me in goal, mate. Flex, you put me in goal. And at the end of the day, when you put me in goal, I'm not a goalkeeper. I'm about 5'7", for goodness sake. And you put me in goal. I know the goals were about 3 foot, but that's not the point. You put me in goal and you owe me one up front, mate, because I would have scored a hat-trick in that game, mate. But you judged me too soon, mate. I had tight boots as well. They were too small for me. Big up. They get subscribers like crazy. Yeah, of course they do. Arsenal are scary. Every video Arsenal scary. For goodness sake. No, they're not. They're definitely not. Definitely not. He's just playing the fan base, I think. It's now he puts food on the table. Bath time, exactly what it is, bath time. Exactly what it is. But you know what? It's disrespectful to Man United. It's disrespectful to Man United. That they should be targeting him, not United Stand, because he is actually a Man United fan. I don't agree with targeting anyone, but if they're going to target someone, don't target a proper Man United fan. Target someone who pretends to be a Man United fan, but he's an Arsenal fan, who is one of our greatest rivals. John O'Sal. Do you think I look like John O'Shea now? Are you trying to diss? I will remind Flex on his stream. Remind him, on his stream. There's a guy called Sal. He was at the United Stand football trials, and you put him in goal, and he's got a grudge. How do you find Alice? Privileged. Are you sure Terry is an Arsenal fan? He does claim to be a Man United. You think he's a friend of Mark? They fell out, didn't they? A long time ago, they fell out. They were one of the originators. A big respect for that because they've done their thing and they built up a great community. Terry's run by Rocket from Soccer AM in Sky Sports. It used to be on Sky Sports. Rocket's a friend of mine. I've been on Soccer AM, by the way. By the way, guys, I've been on Soccer AM. I've met Rocket. I've met all those guys and Tubes and all them guys. I've met them. I've been on the show, with my brother. And yeah, I met them. So Rocket runs that channel. His company runs that channel. So he's done pretty well for himself, and fair play to him. And East London, nothing but love. Big up the East End. It's hard where we come from. It's not easy where we come from, and I show nothing but love to the people who make themselves into something. Just don't use the club as elevation and lie about that you're a United fan. That's one thing I would say, but I might be wrong. I'm not being 100%, of course, but the love he gives for Arsenal is a little bit cringe, if I'm being totally honest with you, but I've got respect. Did you have interaction with True Georgie, who was there at the start as well? He's never contacted me. Bath time. I've never spoken to him. Absolutely not. I like his show. I think his show's good. He's very versatile. He has good people on his show. He's had Chris Jericho on his show, of course. And as a person who has something close to WWE, you know what? I like that about it. He's versatile and stuff. He's all right. He's not too bad. He's very balanced as well. It's not bad. He is a Geordie as well, an actual fan of Newcastle. I think they freed themselves from Rocket last month. He did a stream where he did, KJ told us. Did he? Because I know that he gave him a job, didn't he? He gave him a job, and then they opened themselves up for Terry to be full-time, didn't he? It was Terry went full-time. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, first thing I knew about that, of course, guys. Absolutely. First thing I knew about that. I didn't know that, to be honest, guys. I absolutely didn't know that. I didn't know that. But his channel's doing all right, so he's all right, isn't he? Have you ever or given an opportunity in your life, or have you helped or given an opportunity? I've helped a lot of people in my life, bro. A lot of people, I mean. If I told you who I've helped in my life, you wouldn't even believe who I've helped in my life. You wouldn't even believe it. I've helped a lot of people in my life. You name it. In the musically, I've helped people. My brother, I've helped. I've helped people on this stream. I've helped people. I've backed people up online. I've helped people, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, I have helped a lot of people. Some of them are superstars right now. You know, when they're up and coming, you know, they used to travel from America to come and see me, to give them the magic, of course, guys, because I was a magical person, of course. I heard in one of Terry's streams saying that he was going to go on March channel, but I checked the next morning and Terry did not appear on United Stand. I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't think they liked each other. I didn't think they liked each other, if I'm being totally honest. I don't think they do. But I've been on Terry's channel 3 times. If you check it out, I'll post a link if you want me to. It's actually in the music video, in the intro. I'm there on the intro, of course. Can you help our midfield, please? If I could play football, I definitely would. I'll probably give him more effort than a lot of those guys. Absolutely. Guys, thanks so much for joining me. It's been a fantastic show. You guys are brilliant. Thanks so much. Whether you agree or not, got nothing but love for you for joining me today. Don't forget to join the... don't forget to spread the word of Stretford Post, Sal from Stretford Post. You guys... feel free to do that. Feel free to cut and paste the video, of course. I like football heritage. Me too, of course. And feel free to spread the word about Stretford Post. You know what, guys? Thanks so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to do that. I've got nothing but love for you guys. Thank you so much. And please like the video as well if you have a chance. Spread the name, Stretford Post. They know me, but it's better if you keep reminding them who I am. It gets the word around, guys. So thank you so much. If you could do that. Thank you, Amin. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Bath Time. Thank you, Jim, as usual. You guys are legends. All you guys who are in the stream, of course. Spurs trying to have some good channels. They do. Unfortunately, they don't, you know, they got a lot of negativity, haven't they? But guys, thanks a lot. Take it easy, guys. I shall see you tomorrow morning for Breaking Dawn, guys. Take it easy, guys. Have a fantastic Saturday evening and relax. It's calm before the storm, isn't it? Peace.